everyone. I just wanted to come on and say hello and thank you to everyone who currently gives me a follow on all social media. I wanted to explain a couple of things about the show and some different ways on how to help support me and spread the word. So first of all, the name of my podcast, Sooner Girls Sports Pod. My mission is to give a voice to women in Sooner sports, whether that's an athlete or someone in another role related to the athletic program, but that does not exclude men's sports. So I know there's been a little confusion on that, but my podcast is also for men. Like earlier this week, I interviewed Mark Williams. He's the head coach of OU men's gymnastics, and it was an incredible interview. I'm looking forward to you guys hearing that one in a couple of weeks. I've also had on Chris Plank, my friend, voice of OU softball and KREF radio, and my friend Tyler McComas, who is on KREF radio, and we talked a little softball, and Plank and I talked a little football. So again, I love all OU sports. Football and softball are my passion, but I follow all sports and I love attending all events, so I cover all Sooner sports. Just this week, I have spoken with the women's soccer coach, the women's tennis coach, and some other people in various roles in the athletic department, and I'm looking forward to connecting and recording with them soon so that you guys can listen to them. And so I'm wanting to showcase not just female athletes, but also the sports that sometimes get overlooked, because the main ones that stick out to everyone, of course, are your football, basketball, sometimes just men's basketball, your women's gymnastics, softball, those that bring in all the crowds and the revenue. But there's so many other opportunities with our athletes at the university, and I really want to create this platform to give the voice for women in Sooner sports and for those female athletes who often get overlooked. And so I'm looking forward to showcasing that over time on my show. I've been very thankful. I've had a lot of feedback and a lot of people interested in joining the show, and I am so thankful for that. So for those of you who have helped spread the word, share with a friend, you've been listening on the podcast app, I am truly grateful for you. I see you. I appreciate you. And I do not want you to go unnoticed for that. I did want to clarify also on Substack. I am on Substack. You can watch and listen to the podcast there each week. I also post other important updates about the show there. Substack has two options. There is a free option that you can use your email address to get those updates sent to your email completely free. There is no charge for that. Also on Substack, I have a private group and a chat called the Locker Room, and that is $5 a month for girls. And I do have that private chat. We do online meetings. I do giveaways in there. We're going to do in-person meetups and a private Instagram group and things like that. So there are the two options on Substack. So I definitely wanted to make that clear to everyone. When I'm promoting Substack, I'm not just promoting for you to try to pay me $5. I want you to have the access to that information delivered to your email as it's sent out, if that's what you choose to do. And that's a great way to never miss an episode of the show. I also have my merch. Everything is linked on my One Linktree website, and I will make sure and post that below. But I also have merch. I have t-shirts like I have on. There's several options of t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, hats, stickers, and brand new tank tops for our warmer weather that's coming in. Again, if you're listening on the podcast apps, please make sure you subscribe and download those episodes when you're listening and pass it along and share with your friends. And also leave me a review on the Apple, Spotify, YouTube. That's where you can watch and listen in addition to Substack. And those reviews and shares and downloads and subscribes really help me a lot. So please make sure that you're doing that. You can also, of course, follow me on all social media at Sooner Girls Pod. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Lemonade, Threads, Blue Sky. I'm everywhere at Sooner Girl Pod on socials. So again, I encourage you, if you don't already, to please go follow me on all of those places and to invite a friend to give me a follow. It really helps me, and I appreciate those shares. It helps me get more of an audience across social medias. I do have advertising options. I've had a few sponsors already, and I'm so thankful for those people. They have really helped support me on this journey, and I'm thankful. But I have a lot of guests, you guys, coming up. I know I mentioned Mark Williams, the men's gymnastic coach. I have Caitlin Fournier dropping next week. She does OU fan relations. I'm also interviewing next week someone who works in turf management for OU. So that's going to be a super interesting conversation. Shout out to Whitney for stepping out of her comfort zone to come on the show with me. I'm very excited about that one. I also have Carly Murray, who works for Sooner Sports Properties and works with the baseball team. That one will be dropping in a couple of weeks. I also have a couple of former softball players coming up. Sarah Roberts, who's the FCA chaplain for Sooner softball. And I also might be having a female women's, I just said the same thing twice, a women's basketball player come on the show after the season is over. So you're not going to want to miss out on that one. So if you are interested in advertising with the show, just shoot me an email or message me across social media. The email is SoonerGirlSportsPod@gmail.com. I also have someone big who may be the voice of Sooner Sports who will be coming on my show this summer. I also have a couple of former football players who are coming on. So I'm really trying to keep the sports in season. So like this spring, I'm talking to a lot of softball. I've got a golfer coming up as well, tennis, baseball, gymnastics, things like that. And then as we transfer into the summer, I'll be focusing on the OKC Sparks softball and the Sooners there, and heading into the fall with football, volleyball, soccer, and things like that. So there's always something to someone to talk to, something to listen to. So there's lots of great opportunities coming up for that. So again, I don't want to be too long-winded. I just wanted to explain a few things. And thank you all, everyone who has been supporting me and listening and wearing your shirts. I appreciate it. If you do get merch, post the photo for me, tag me in it, or just send it my way so I can see that. I really appreciate everyone who has done that. I'll put the link in the comments for my link tree that will link everything that I talked about: merch, the locker room, the podcast app, social media, advertising options. All of those things are in one place. And so that is, my link is in the bio across everywhere of social media. So I hope to see you on social media. Always give me a like, a follow, download, subscribe, share with a friend. Love those stories. Watch them. Send me a comment, all the things. I love to hear from you guys. If you have any suggestions on anybody or anything you would want me to talk about, I will definitely give it a try. So send it my way. So, and if you know of anyone who maybe is a former Sooner athlete or in the athletic program now, and they might be interested in joining me, send them my way. So again, I appreciate everyone so much for everything. I hope this video clarifies a little bit on all the things, and I will see you guys next Wednesday where we talk sports. Bye.